Well, good morning. My name is Gerry Barr. I'm the President and CEO of the Canadian Council for International Cooperation. And I'm joined here this morning by Stephen Staples, President of the Rideau Institute, and Clare Demerse, Acting Director for Climate Change at the Pembina Institute, who is here this morning to help us with climate financing issues. The budget is barely days away, and the early signs are challenging. There's quite a bit of evidence that could anchor the impression that when it comes to spending on global files, the Canadian government priorities may not reflect the kind of Canada that Canadians identify as their own. Canada is among the most robustly recovering economies in the industrial world, and yet has chosen this moment to freeze aid spending, so there is no hope going forward as that the budget will meet its global responsibilities as an aid donor. In fact, it will, after years of modest progress, turn the corner into negative territory. Canada's aid contribution, about $5.5 billion in 2010, represents 0.32 of gross national income, less than half the internationally accepted donor target of 0.7%. It will slide in coming years to 0.28 as this budgetary freeze bites, and Canada will probably assume a new position at the back of the line where the world's least generous donors can be found. Le gel des dépenses en matière d'aide étrangère place le Canada en queue de peloton. Le budget fédéral marquera le début du gel de l'aide étrangère, environ 5,4 milliards de dollars, soit 0,32 du revenu national brut canadien. Malgré les modestes augmentations récentes, le Canada a glissé au 18e rang du classement des 23 pays donateurs. Ce gel des dépenses devrait faire diminuer l'effort du Canada en matière d'APD à 0,28 de RNB d'ici 2014, l'un des plus bas parmi tous les donateurs officiels. The priorities are just out of line. Canada is spending more on defense than at any time since World War II, and that spending is picking up speed. I'd like to turn to Steve Staples to say a word about that.
Thank you, Gerry. Good morning. My name's Steve Staples. I'm the president of the Rideau Institute. 12 years of budget increases have left Canadian military spending higher at any time since the end of the Second World War, as Gerry points out, according to a new study published by our colleagues at the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives just last week. According to this study by Bill Robinson, who is also a senior advisor to the Rideau Institute, Canada will spend at least $22.3 billion on its military forces in 2010-2011, an increase of 54% since 9/11. In actual dollars, Canada is the 13th largest military spender in the world and 6th highest amongst NATO. NATO members are reducing spending now, and Canada is quite a bit out of step by planning to increase its spending. We are alongside, though, Poland, Luxembourg, and Albania as countries planning to increase their military spending as a percentage of gross domestic product. Canada's mission in Afghanistan has absorbed a significant part of the increases in Canadian military spending. But this has come at the cost of Canada's ability to contribute internationally, especially to UN peacekeeping operations, and its ability to fund non-military contributions to global security and humanitarian action. Canada currently contributes just 56 military personnel to UN peacekeeping operations, making Canada 60th on the list of 102 contributing countries. In fact, today, we can fit all of our UN peacekeepers on a single school bus. If the extra $90 to $110 billion that this government has committed itself to spend over the next 17 years through the Canada First Defence Strategy were spent instead on aid, it would enable Canada to meet its 0.7% official development assistance target. And there would still be money left over to provide additional resources for climate change aid. Canada could make a much greater contribution to global security and humanitarian action by shifting resources to non-military security efforts and to peacekeeping operations. And such a shift would really make Canada truly a great power in the world of development assistance and humanitarian aid. And this is an arena in which Canada could really punch above its weight on issues crucial to human welfare and global security. Now invite Clare Demerse to come to the podium.